Ever walk into a room and instantly feel something's off, even though nothing looks wrong? Or meet someone who completely drains you within minutes? We've all been there, right? Maybe you've had those magical days too, where everything just clicks. Your presentation nails it, traffic lights turn green as you approach, and opportunities seem to fall into your lap out of nowhere. Here's the million-dollar question. What if these aren't just random coincidences or good days and bad days? What if you're actually generating an invisible force field that's shaping everything around you? Look at this. You can't see the Wi-Fi signal it's receiving, but you'd never doubt it exists. Your energy field is just as real, but way more powerful. Let me get real with you for a second. 3 years ago, my life imploded. On Instagram, everything looked perfect. Thriving business, dream apartment, exotic vacations. Behind the scenes, total disaster. I was sleeping 10 hours and still needing 3 espressos just to function. My relationships were falling apart. I lost 2 major clients in a month. And the kicker? 6 different doctors told me nothing was wrong. Maybe it's just stress, they said. Classic, right? I was this close to giving up when something completely unexpected happened. My skeptical, science-minded friend practically dragged me to see this 80-year-old energy healer. I went just to shut her up, honestly. I mean, energy fields, please. I had a business degree from New York University. The moment this woman saw me, she said something I'll never forget. Your field has more holes than Swiss cheese. You're leaking life force everywhere. She didn't ask a single question about my symptoms or history. She just knew. What happened next changed everything I thought I knew about how reality works. I take ancient wisdom that actually works and make it practical for your crazy busy modern life. If you're into discovering abilities you didn't know you had, hit that subscribe button and bell right now. Every day I drop videos that expand what you think is possible. Today I'm showing you how to access the invisible force field you're generating 24/7, what science is finally catching up to, and what ancient traditions have known forever. But fair warning, once you learn to see and use this energy, normal will never be normal again. Ever walk into a room and instantly feel something's off, even though nothing looks wrong? Or meet someone who completely drains you within minutes? We've all been there, right? Maybe you've had those magical days too, where everything just clicks. Your presentation nails it, traffic lights turn green as you approach, and opportunities seem to fall into your lap out of nowhere. Here's the million-dollar question. What if these aren't just random coincidences or good days and bad days? What if you're actually generating an invisible force field that's shaping everything around you? Look at this. You can't see the Wi-Fi signal it's receiving, but you'd never doubt it exists. Your energy field is just as real, but way more powerful. Let me get real with you for a second. 3 years ago, my life imploded. On Instagram, everything looked perfect. Thriving business, dream apartment, exotic vacations. Behind the scenes, total disaster. I was sleeping 10 hours and still needing 3 espressos just to function. My relationships were falling apart. I lost 2 major clients in a month. And the kicker? 6 different doctors told me nothing was wrong. Maybe it's just stress, they said. Classic, right? I was this close to giving up when something completely unexpected happened. My skeptical, science-minded friend practically dragged me to see this 80-year-old energy healer. I went just to shut her up, honestly. I mean, energy fields, please. I had a business degree from New York University. The moment this woman saw me, she said something I'll never forget. Your field has more holes than Swiss cheese. You're leaking life force everywhere. She didn't ask a single question about my symptoms or history. She just knew. What happened next changed everything I thought I knew about how reality works. I take ancient wisdom that actually works and make it practical for your crazy busy modern life. If you're into discovering abilities you didn't know you had, hit that subscribe button and bell right now. Every day I drop videos that expand what you think is possible. Today I'm showing you how to access the invisible force field you're generating 24/7, what science is finally catching up to, and what ancient traditions have known forever. But fair warning, once you learn to see and use this energy, normal will never be normal again. Understanding the energy field. Okay, so what exactly is this invisible force I'm talking about? Einstein nailed it with E equals mc squared. Everything, including that body you're sitting in right now, is just energy vibrating at different frequencies. That solid feeling hand of yours, mostly empty space with some atomic particles doing a quantum dance. But Max, if it's real, why can't I see it? Can you see Wi-Fi, radio waves, ultraviolet light? No, but you're not questioning whether they exist, right? Your phone still connects, your radio still plays, and you still get sunburn. What ancients called your aura or energy field, science now calls the human biofield, a complex matrix of electromagnetic and subtle energies extending beyond your physical body. The HeartMath Institute has measured this field extending up to 8 feet around you. Let me break this down in a way that'll actually make sense for your everyday life. Think of your energy field like your personal Netflix account. It has different user profiles for different aspects of your life. These profiles correspond to your 7 major energy centers, or chakras. Profile 1, your root chakra at the base of your spine. This is your survival station, broadcasting on the red frequency. When it's strong, you feel safe, grounded, and financially secure. When it's weak, hello, anxiety and money stress. Remember that fight or flight feeling before a job interview? That's root chakra drama. Profile 2, your sacral chakra, lower belly. This is your emotion and pleasure channel, broadcasting in orange. Strong sacral energy gives you passionate relationships and vibrant creativity. Weak sacral? That's when you're stuck in a Netflix binge, feeling nothing. Profile 3, your solar plexus, upper abdomen, your personal power center, vibing in yellow. When this baby's balanced, you're confidently crushing goals and setting healthy boundaries. When it's blocked, you're either a doormat or trying to control everything and everyone. Profile 4, your heart chakra, center of chest. The love and compassion hub, glowing green. Open heart energy attracts deep connections and helps you bounce back from heartbreak. Blocked heart energy shows up as that wall you built to protect yourself. Profile 5, your throat chakra, your truth-telling tower in brilliant blue. Balanced throat energy helps you speak your truth without being a jerk about it. Blocked? That's you swallowing your words in the meeting when you should have spoken up. Profile 6, your third eye, center of forehead. Your intuition antenna, vibrating in indigo. When open, you have clarity, insight, and those I just knew it moments. Block third eye energy leaves you second-guessing every decision. Profile 7, your crown chakra, top of head. Your spiritual connection port, radiating violet light. When open, you feel a sense of purpose and connection to something larger. When blocked, life feels meaningless and flat. Look, I was the biggest skeptic about all this. With my business background, I wanted evidence, not woo-woo talk. But when my health crashed and conventional solutions failed, I got desperate enough to experiment. Let me share how you can actually experience your own energy field right now. No crystals or incense required. Rub your palms together vigorously for about 10 seconds. That's it. Create some friction and heat. Now slowly separate your hands about 2 to 3 inches apart. Pay attention to what you feel between your palms. Feeling that subtle tingling, maybe pressure or heat, or what feels like invisible silly putty between your hands. That's not magic. That's your energy field that's been there all along. You're just noticing it for the first time. Stick around because in a few minutes, I'll show you how one specific energy technique helped me triple my income last year while working 10 fewer hours per week. It's the same technique I've taught to over 300 clients with mind-blowing results. Here's what blew my mind during my recovery. I discovered my energy field wasn't just affecting me, it was shaping my entire reality. When my field was a chaotic mess, my business tanked, my relationships turned toxic, and opportunities vanished. As I learned to repair and strengthen my field, everything external began shifting too. Think of it like this. Your energy field is like a 24/7 radio broadcast sending signals to the universe. The problem? Most people are accidentally broadcasting static and chaos, then wondering why life feels so hard. Identifying and clearing energy blockages. So if we all have this incredible power, why isn't everyone manifesting their dream life? In one word, blockages. Imagine your kitchen sink completely clogged with years of gunk. Water can barely trickle through. That's exactly what's happening with your energy right now. These blockages are like energy traffic jams, preventing your life force from flowing freely. And they form from 3 main sources. First, emotional baggage. That nasty breakup you're totally over. The argument with your mom that you've let go. That embarrassing moment in 5th grade talent show. Yeah, your energy field is still holding on to all of that. I discovered I was carrying the emotional equivalent of 3 stuffed suitcases, a backpack, and a fanny pack from my past. The heaviest was my parents' divorce when I was 12. I thought I'd processed it, but energetically, I was still that scared kid wondering if love was safe. Second, toxic thought patterns. Those thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I have to struggle to succeed, or something always goes wrong eventually. They're not just thoughts. They're creating actual energetic knots in your field. My biggest one? I have to do everything myself. That belief created a massive blockage in my ability to receive help, support, and abundance. No wonder my business hit a plateau. Third, physical factors. Processed foods, environmental toxins, sitting all day, looking at screens 24/7. All of these affect your energy field as much as your physical body. Quick question for you. Which of these 3 do you think might be causing the biggest blockages in your life right now? Drop it in the comments below. I read and respond to as many as I can. So how do you know if you have energy blockages? Here are the red flags. You're tired no matter how much you sleep. Certain people or places leave you completely drained. You keep attracting the same negative situations. You're stuck in cycles you intellectually want to break. Your doctor says everything's normal, but you still feel off. You have chronic physical symptoms that move around your body. You start things with excitement, but can never seem to finish them. Can I be super honest with you? When I started energy work, I felt ridiculous. There I was, a business consultant with high-profile clients, waving my hands around trying to feel invisible energy. I was sure I was just imagining the sensations. The turning point came after 3 weeks of consistent practice. I was sitting in a meeting, completely centered and clear, when my normally difficult client suddenly said yes to everything I proposed. Walking out, I realized something had fundamentally shifted, not in him, but in me. My energy was no longer sending out, please approve of me vibes. and it completely changed the dynamic. Now let me share 3 simple but powerful techniques to start clearing your energy blockages. First, conscious breathing with chakra visualization. Try this with me. Close your eyes if you're somewhere safe. Take a deep breath in through your nose and imagine bright white light entering through the top of your head. As you exhale through your mouth, visualize dark, cloudy energy leaving your body. Feel your shoulders dropping, your jaw relaxing. With your next inhale, see that light flowing down to your throat chakra, brightening that blue energy center. Anytime you've swallowed your words or silenced yourself, let that go as you exhale. Another deep breath in, sending that light to your heart center. As you exhale, release any old heartbreak, disappointment, or walls you've built. Continue breathing this light all the way down through your solar plexus, sacral center, and finally your root chakra at the base of your spine. With each exhale, feel those energetic blockages dissolving. This simple practice is like Drano for your energy system. Even 5 minutes daily creates massive shifts. One of my clients, Sarah, a stressed out ER nurse, started sleeping through the night for the first time in 3 years after just 1 week of this practice. The second technique is emotion release. You've probably noticed certain emotions get stuck in specific body areas. Anxiety in your chest, anger in your jaw, sadness in your throat. Find a private space where you can express freely. Place your hand where you feel tension and simply acknowledge, "I notice there's frustration here," or "I'm aware of fear in my stomach." Then, and this is key, give that emotion permission to move. This might be through sound, like a sigh or groan, movement, tears, or whatever feels right. You're not being dramatic. You're literally getting energy unstuck. I used to store anxiety in my chest, creating a constant tightness. Using this technique, I discovered that big sighs and arm movements were what helped that energy finally move. Weird? Absolutely. Effective? 100%. The third technique is shower clearing. Water is a powerful energy conductor, which is why you get your best ideas in the shower. Next time you shower, imagine the water is liquid light washing away all energetic debris. See it clearing each chakra as the water flows down your body. Bonus points: alternate between hot and cold water for an extra energy boost. Now you might be thinking, this sounds way too simple to actually work. I get it. I was the queen of skepticism. But remember, energy responds to intention more than complexity. These simple practices work because they align with how energy naturally flows. The key is consistency. These aren't magic pills. They're more like brushing your teeth. You wouldn't brush once and expect perfect teeth forever, right? Energy hygiene works the same way. These clearing practices set the foundation, but what comes next is where things get really interesting. In the next section, I'll show you how to actually direct this newly freed energy to create specific results in your life. Techniques for energy flow and control. Think of your energy like Netflix. Until now, you've been letting autoplay randomly decide what shows up in your life. Now we're grabbing the remote control. Once you've started clearing blockages, the next level is learning to consciously direct your energy. This is where you transform from energy victim to energy master. The foundation of energy direction is present moment awareness. Your energy responds to your current focus, not your intentions, not your vision board, and definitely not what you say you want. This explains why anxiously affirming "I am abundant" while feeling broke actually creates more lack. Your words are saying abundance, but your energy field is broadcasting scarcity on all channels. Let's try a simple technique I call energy anchoring that helps you feel and direct energy in real time. Focus on your hands. Notice any tingling, warmth, or pulsing. Just observe what's already happening. After about 15 seconds, imagine your right hand filling with warm, golden light. Feel it becoming heavier and warmer. Now imagine your left hand filling with cool, blue energy, becoming lighter and cooler. Really feel the difference between them. Switch them. Send the warm golden energy to your left hand and the cool blue energy to your right. Feel the energy shifting and changing at your command. Now slowly move your hands closer together and farther apart, feeling the resistance or magnetic quality between them. That's not just your imagination. You're experiencing your ability to direct energy. That right there, that's the foundation of all energy work. If you can direct energy between your hands, you can direct it anywhere. Here's how this translates to real life. That presentation you're nervous about, send golden confidence energy to your solar plexus beforehand. Difficult conversation coming up, direct calm, blue energy to your throat chakra. Feeling anxious? Move excess energy from your chest down to your feet to ground it. This isn't some mystical power reserved for special people. It's more like learning to use muscles you already have, but never consciously engaged. It's like finding out your car has had a jetpack installed the whole time, but you've been pedaling it like a Flintstone mobile. Demonstrate with feet. Ancient practices like yoga, qigong, and tai chi were specifically designed for energy mastery. These aren't just exercise systems, but sophisticated technologies for directing your field. One of the most powerful practices from these traditions is conscious breathing. Try this square breathing technique that saved me before big presentations and difficult client meetings. Inhale for a count of 4, feeling energy rising up your spine. Hold for a count of 4, feeling it collect in your upper energy centers. Exhale for a count of 4, feeling energy flowing down your front body. Hold for a count of 4, experiencing stillness at your foundation. This creates a coherent field pattern that enhances mental clarity and emotional stability. I use this before every important call or meeting. Last month, I had to negotiate a contract that would have normally tied my stomach in knots. 5 minutes of square breathing beforehand, and I walked in completely centered, ultimately negotiating a deal 30% better than expected. Another essential practice is grounding. Raise your hand if you've ever had 27 tabs open in your brain, feeling scattered and overwhelmed. Raise own hand. Most of us, especially if we do creative or intellectual work, become top-heavy energetically. Too much buzzing energy in the upper chakras and not enough in the lower centers. This creates that frazzled, anxious, overthinking state we all know too well. To ground yourself, stand up if you can. Feel your feet connecting with the floor. Imagine roots growing from your feet deep into the earth. Breathe deeply, drawing earth energy up through these roots into your body. Feel yourself becoming stable, supported, and connected. Notice how your energy shifts from scattered to centered. I do this grounding practice during busy work days when my mind starts spinning out. Recently, I was juggling 3 major project deadlines and feeling completely overwhelmed. 5 minutes of grounding in my office, and I could suddenly see the clear priority order that had eluded me all morning. Here's my challenge to you. For just the next 3 days, try the 5-5-5 technique. Spend 5 minutes each morning on energy clearing, 5 minutes at midday on energy centering with square breathing, and 5 minutes in the evening on grounding. That's 15 minutes total. If you're thinking, I don't have 15 minutes, ask yourself, do I have time for another day of feeling drained, scattered, and blocked? Trust me, This small investment creates exponential returns. But your name, isn't this all just placebo effect or suggestion? Here's my response. Even if it was only placebo, which research suggests it's not, who cares if it works? The placebo effect is still your energy shifting things. But beyond that, these practices create measurable changes in heart rate variability, brainwave patterns, and cortisol levels. Your energy field is as real as your physical body and just as responsive to conscious direction. Aligning energy for manifestation. Oops, let me pick that up. You know what's interesting? I didn't have to think about how to make that pen fall. Gravity did the work automatically once I let go. Manifestation works the same way. Once your energy is aligned with what you want, it's not about forcing things to happen. It's about removing the resistance that prevents natural attraction. The law of attraction has been totally misunderstood. It's not just about positive thinking or vision boards. It's about energetic alignment and field coherence across all levels. Thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions must broadcast the same signal. After studying both ancient wisdom traditions and neuroscience, I've developed what I call the manifestation matrix. And unlike a lot of manifestation teachings, this actually works in real life, not just on Instagram quotes. It starts with clarity. You must know exactly what you're calling in. Vague desires create vague results. More money could mean finding a penny on the sidewalk. Technically, that's more money, right? Instead, write down your desire in specific present tense language. I am experiencing abundant financial flow, receiving $10,000 monthly through work that energizes me and serves others. I had a client, Michael, who kept manifesting almost right opportunities. Jobs that paid well but made him miserable, or work he loved that paid peanuts. When we got crystal clear on exactly what he wanted, $80,000 doing creative direction for sustainability-focused brands. Working remotely, the perfect position showed up within 3 weeks. Next comes energetic alignment. This is where most manifestation fails. It's not enough to think about your desire. You must become a vibrational match for it. It's like trying to tune into a radio station. If you want to hear 98.6 FM, you need to be tuned to exactly 98.6, not 98.5, not 98.7. If your energy is vibrating at struggle frequency, you won't pick up broadcasts on the ease channel. Let's practice a powerful embodiment technique. Close your eyes if you're somewhere safe. Fully imagine having already achieved your desire. Where are you? What are you wearing? Who's with you? What are you feeling in your body? Notice how you're standing or sitting differently. Are your shoulders more relaxed? Is your breathing deeper? Is there a smile playing on your lips? This isn't pretending. It's energetic rehearsal that reconfigures your field. Your body doesn't know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. I used to struggle with public speaking despite desperately wanting to share my message. My energy was broadcasting terrified, while my goal was confident speaker. No wonder I kept freezing on stage. Everything shifted when I began embodying the energy of the speaker I wanted to become. Not just visualizing success, but physically feeling what it would be like in my body. Within 2 months, I was speaking to audiences of 200 plus without notes or anxiety. The third step is clearing resistance. Your conscious mind may want something, but if your subconscious holds opposing beliefs, manifestation will be blocked. I discovered I had a bizarre subconscious belief that if I became too successful, my friends would abandon me. I had no idea this was there until I kept sabotaging opportunities that would have grown my business. That hidden resistance was creating an energetic veto, against my conscious desires. Ask yourself, if there's a reason I might not allow this desire to manifest, what would it be? Whatever arises, fears, beliefs, perceived conflicts, needs to be acknowledged and released. Finally, inspired action. True manifestation isn't passive. It requires moving through the world in ways that align with your desire. These actions should feel exciting and natural, not forced or draining. A powerful daily practice that combines all these elements is the 5-5-5 manifestation technique. Spend 5 minutes visualizing your goal in vivid, sensory detail. Spend 5 minutes affirming your ability to achieve it, feeling each affirmation as true. Spend 5 minutes in genuine gratitude for what you already have and for your desire as if it's already manifested. I use this exact approach to manifest the retreat center I dreamed of for years. After months of forcing, pushing, and getting nowhere, I shifted to energy alignment. I got crystal clear on what I wanted. 10 acres, water feature, existing building, within 2 hours of the city, under $400,000. I aligned my energy with already having it, cleared my fears around success and visibility, and followed inspired actions rather than forcing outcomes. The kicker, within 6 weeks, my realtor called about a property that wasn't even on the market yet. 11 acres with a lake, beautiful existing structure, 90 minutes from the city, priced at $375,000. The owners even offered favorable financing because they had a good feeling about my vision for the space. I know what some of you are thinking. Yeah, right. Things don't just fall into your lap like that. I used to think the same thing. I was the person rolling my eyes at manifestation stories. But here's what I discovered. When your energy field is aligned, you don't need to chase opportunities. They literally can't help but find you. It's like gravity. It's not magic, it's physics. The key principle is this: external reality mirrors your internal energy field. Change the field, and reality must respond accordingly. Embracing the invisible force for personal growth. When you drop a pebble in water, ripples extend far beyond the initial splash. Your energy works exactly the same way. As you develop mastery of your energy field, something profound happens. You realize you're not an isolated individual, but part of a vast interconnected energy system. Your field affects everything and everyone around you. Ever notice how one person in a bad mood can bring down an entire office? Or how the right leader can invigorate a whole team? That's energy at work. Your field isn't just affecting you, it's influencing the collective field. This brings both power and responsibility. The changes you make in your personal energy create ripple effects in all directions. 3 qualities become essential as your awareness expands. First, vulnerability. Counterintuitively, real power doesn't come from building impenetrable energy walls, but from remaining open while maintaining clear boundaries. For years, I maintained a perfect professional facade. I was crushing it on the outside while drowning on the inside. The turning point in my business wasn't a new strategy or marketing plan. It was when I finally showed up authentically. I published an honest post about my burnout journey and energy healing, the post I was terrified to share. I figured my corporate clients would run for the hills. Instead, my inbox flooded with messages saying, "I've been feeling exactly the same way, and thank you for putting words to my experience." That vulnerability created the strongest energetic connection I'd ever experienced with my audience, and my business doubled within 6 months, not despite being authentic, because of it. Second, intuition. As you clear and strengthen your field, your intuitive senses naturally sharpen. You'll perceive subtle energies more clearly, receive guidance more directly, and trust your gut feelings. This isn't about becoming psychic. It's practical intuition for everyday decisions. You'll start noticing subtle energy cues in business meetings, relationships, and environments. Last year, I was considering 2 partnership opportunities that looked identical on paper. Logically, option A made more sense, but energetically, something felt off. I went with option B despite having fewer logical advantages, and it became the most successful collaboration of my career. Meanwhile, option A company faced major legal issues 3 months later. Try this intuition building practice. Place your hands over your heart, take 3 deep breaths. Ask a question you've been contemplating. Something simple like, which project should I focus on first? Sit quietly and notice what arises. Physical sensations, mental images, words, or just a knowing. Don't analyze or judge. Just receive the information. This isn't about getting dramatic psychic flashes. It might just be a subtle feeling of expansion or contraction. Third, gratitude. This isn't just feel-good advice. Appreciation is a powerful energy amplifier. When you genuinely appreciate what's in your life, you create a resonance that attracts more to appreciate. I start each day with what I call a gratitude scan, moving my attention through my life, finding 5 specific things I'm genuinely thankful for. Not generic things like my health, but specific moments. I start each day with what I call a gratitude scan, moving my attention through my life, finding 5 specific things I'm genuinely thankful for. Not generic things like my health, but specific moments. The way the morning light hit my coffee cup, or that encouraging text from Sam yesterday. This simple ritual transformed my baseline energy field from constant seeking to genuine contentment. And paradoxically, the more content I became with what I had, the more abundance flowed in. Now I recognize some of you might be thinking, this all sounds great for someone else, but my situation is different. I get it. When I started, I was deep in burnout, financially stretched, and physically exhausted. Energy work wasn't a luxury spiritual practice. It was my last resort. Whatever your starting point, skeptical, curious, or desperate like I was, these principles work if you apply them consistently. I've seen them transform lives across all backgrounds, from corporate executives to struggling artists to stay-at-home parents. As your relationship with energy deepens, you'll discover that true growth isn't about adding more to yourself, but removing the blocks to who you already are. The most powerful field is your authentic essence shining without interference. Think about a garden hose with several knots in it. The water pressure is perfect, but barely anything comes out. You don't need more water pressure, you just need to unkink the hose. Your energy works exactly the same way. This journey from energy management to embodied power is where your presence itself becomes transformative in any environment you enter. People will start asking, what's different about you? Without being able to pinpoint the change. In a moment, I'll share the simple 21-day challenge that's helped hundreds of my clients transform their energy fields completely. But first, let's bring all these pieces together. Conclusion. Activating your inner magic. We've covered a lot today, from understanding your energy field to clearing blockages, directing your energy, and aligning it for manifestation. Let me leave you with the core principles that will help you activate your inner magic. First, your energy field is as real as your physical body. It's not woo-woo imagination, but the fundamental medium through which you experience and create your reality. Those unexplainable moments in your life, they suddenly make perfect sense when you understand energy. Second, this field can be cleared, directed and aligned with your deepest desires. You're not a victim of circumstances, but a powerful creator working with invisible forces. Third, consistency beats perfection every time. Even if you feel nothing at first, keep going. Energy work is like learning to play an instrument. Awkward at first, but profoundly rewarding as you develop the skill. Here's my 21-day Invisible Force Challenge that's designed to create maximum results with minimum time investment. Days 1 through 7. The foundation phase. Spend just 5 minutes each morning on chakra breathing. Set 3 phone reminders during the day to check your energy. Before bed, do a quick 2-minute gratitude scan. Days 8 to 14. The direction phase, continue morning breathing, adding hand energy exercises. Practice energy anchoring before challenging situations. End each day with the grounding technique we covered. Days 15 to 21. The manifestation phase. Begin with the chakra breathing. Add the 5-5-5 manifestation technique for your specific goal. End the day by scanning for evidence of alignment and synchronicities. But max 21 days seems like forever. I want results now. I get it. We live in a one-click shipping world. But think about it. You've been running your current energy patterns your entire life. Giving yourself 21 days to establish new patterns is actually remarkably fast. And here's the thing. Most people start noticing shifts within the first 3 to 5 days. Better sleep, more synchronicities, improved mood, clearer intuitive hits. The full transformation takes time, but the benefits begin almost immediately. When I started this journey, I remember the exact moment I realized something was genuinely shifting. It was day 4 of consistent practice. I was standing in line at the grocery store, a place that normally made me impatient and irritable. Suddenly, I noticed how the fluorescent lights reflected on the polished floor, how the cash registers beeped in an almost musical rhythm, how the young cashier's laugh sounded like wind chimes. I felt connected to everything around me in a way that was both ordinary and miraculous. That moment wasn't dramatic or Instagram-worthy, but it was the first time I experienced life through my cleared energy field rather than through my usual filters and blockages. And that ordinary moment changed everything. We're all managing our energy fields, whether we realize it or not. The only question is whether we're doing it consciously or unconsciously. When you choose conscious energy management, you're choosing to be the author of your experience, rather than just a character in someone else's story. The invisible force we have explored today isn't external to you. It's what you're made of. Your journey isn't about becoming something other than what you are, but removing the interferences to your natural state of power, coherence, and creative expression. If you found value in this exploration, support this channel by hitting the subscribe button and notification bell. Your engagement helps these ideas reach others who might benefit. Drop a comment below about which technique you're most excited to try. I personally read as many comments as possible. And don't miss next Thursday's video at 2 p.m. Eastern, where I'll show you the exact energy techniques that help me triple my income while working fewer hours. I'll break down the specific energy blocks around money and how to clear them for good. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss it. Remember, you're not just a physical body having occasional energy experiences. You're an energy field having a physical experience. The magic isn't out there somewhere. It's what you're made of. Thank you for being here today. I'm your name, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, may your energy flow freely and your magic express fully. Before you go, if these ideas spark something in you, take a second to subscribe and hit that notification bell. New videos drop every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Know someone who's been stuck or struggling with energy issues? Share this video. You might be the bridge to exactly what they need right now. Join our Energy Mastery community by using the hashtag #EnergyMagic in the comments. I'd love to hear which of these techniques resonates most with you. Thank you for hanging out with me today. See you next day when we dive into energy techniques for wealth consciousness. Until then, remember, your energy creates your reality, so make it amazing.